The Foreign Ministry spokesperson on Friday evening made it clear that India could not go ahead with the NSA level talks with Pakistan with imposition of new conditions from the other side. My colleague Shubhajit will take us through what led to the breakdown in the talks. Shubhajit, could you take us through that?
Yeah, Shaknik, there are two positions that emerged in the last 24-48 hours. That Pakistan wanted to meet, Pakistan NSA wanted to meet Hurriyat leaders and also wanted to discuss Kashmir. Whereas the Indian side didn't want Pakistan NSA to meet the Hurriyat leaders and also wanted to restrict the agenda, which was agreed in Ufa in Russia between the two prime ministers, that the two sides will talk only about issues connected to terrorism. Now, because the positions in the last 12 hours hardened, that both sides stuck to their positions. So right now, while the MEA officially has said that it cannot proceed with the talks in the current set of circumstances, so it has not spelled out yet that the talks have been called off, but it is understood that it is as good as being called off. Okay. So do you think this, I mean, what is the, since we were discussing that the talks between the NSAs, because it now looks like it has been called off, what is the missed opportunity from the Indian point of view?
Well, like you said at the UFA meeting, it was made very clear that the agenda would be on terror. Right. Now, India had sent its agenda over to the Pakistan side, reiterating that, right. And Pakistan, in fact, was yet to get back with its agenda. Mm-hmm. And government officials in India have been working overtime actually to prepare dossiers on Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Right. Some of these dossiers relate to pending demands from India on the 26/11 trial that is being conducted in Pakistan. Right. India has also prepared a list of around 50 most wanted fugitives in Pakistan. Besides that, India was also planning to give Pakistan evidence of around a dozen terror camps which are still active, mm-hmm. and where Pakistani youth are trained and from where attacks are launched. Right. So basically the focus was on misuse of Pakistani soil and also, in fact, importantly, with two terror incidents recently taking place, the Gurdaspur and the Udhampur attacks, India was also planning to give a detailed dossier on the evidence collected of a Pakistani hand, right. Such as the citizenship of Pakistani gunman Mohammad Naveed. Right. So, without the talks, these are some of the lost opportunities from the Indian side.
Yeah.
But could you tell us now, with the talks being cancelled, where does India stand?
Well, you know, the UFA meeting had given a lot of hope, because last year, in August last year, when the Foreign Secretary level talks were cancelled, they were cancelled precisely on the reason that India didn't want Pakistan High Commissioner to engage with the Hurriyat leaders. Now, a year later, exactly a year later, we are again back to the same position, whereas the UFA had a meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif. It had given a hope that by scheduling a meeting of the National Security Advisors and subsequently meetings between the DGBSF, DG Rangers and finally DGMOs, this will slowly kickstart the dialogue process between the two countries. Now that has obviously got a setback, a big setback today, because of this flip-flop attitude from the government. So in that sense, it's a setback where the two countries stand to lose.
Okay. Yeah. But on the Hurriyat, what is India's stand in terms of a two-party dialogue or a three-stakeholder dialogue?
Yeah, that has been made abundantly clear in today's statements. The Indian side has said that when it comes to Kashmir dispute, there are only two parties, India and Pakistan. There is no third party. There is no scope for involvement of any third party, and Hurriyat's involvement is not necessary. So that is why they have been telling Pakistan that if you want to discuss Kashmir, you talk to us, not to Hurriyat.
Well, there you have it. Well, while there's nothing official yet on the talks being cancelled, in all probability it looks like it won't go ahead. Thank you.